If you were to enter Fatburners in an internet search engine, you'd get over 1 million results with ads for several of these products right at the top of the page. In fact, one study showed that among those seriously attempting to lose weight, over a third reported using a dietary supplement for weight loss. So this begs the questions. What do these products actually do, if anything? Are they safe, and can they truly help our clients lose weight? With over 65 million people in the US alone attempting to lose weight at any given moment, knowing the answers to these questions enhances your value as a fitness professional and allows you to guide your clients based on the current evidence. In short, so-called fat burners do not cause significant fat loss by themselves, but certain ingredients may be able to help. First, let's discuss how weight loss occurs. Well, our body abides by the laws of physics, namely energy balance. More energy, or calories in our case, must be expended than consumed to create an energy deficit. And during this deficit, all the different biological processes that make up metabolism, along with movement, require energy. That energy must come from somewhere. And since energy, in our case calories, cannot be created or destroyed, the energy that's stored in our bodies, whether it's body fat, protein, or carbohydrates, is used for fuel, and then we lose weight. For most of us, creating a calorie deficit requires increasing activity levels and decreasing calorie intake consistently over time. And helping your clients find ways they can exercise regularly and make better food choices will not only help them lose weight, but will also help them build habits to keep the weight off. The way dietary supplements can help include increasing daily energy expenditure by boosting metabolism, increasing energy levels and daily activity and movement, reducing appetite, and also reducing caloric absorption. All of these mechanisms of actions contribute to tipping the energy balance scale towards that needed deficit for weight loss. Caffeine is a naturally occurring substance, whether from coffee beans, guarana seeds, yerba mate, tea leaves, or synthesized in a lab. It stimulates the nervous system and has been shown to increase metabolism, daily energy expenditure, and fat oxidation. Let's take a closer look at the research. In one study, a single 100 milligram dose increased resting metabolism by 3 to 4% for 2.5 hours in lean and formerly obese participants. Over 12 hours, taking a 100 milligram dose, which is about a cup of coffee, every 2 hours increased energy expenditure by 8 to 11% in both groups. This equated to a significant daily increase of 79 calories in the formerly obese participants and 150 calories in the lean subjects. In a double-blind study with healthy participants who consumed moderate amounts of caffeine, a 100 milligram dose of caffeine increased energy expenditure by 9.2 calories an hour, and a 400 milligram dose increased energy expenditure by 32.4 calories per hour compared to a placebo. What's interesting is that energy expenditure had not returned to baseline after 3 hours when the measurements were taken. Another study on lean and obese women found that 250 milligrams of caffeine in coffee consumed 5 times on separate occasions increased 24-hour energy expenditure 5% in obese subjects and 8% in lean subjects. And a meta-analysis of 6 well-designed studies revealed caffeine increased 24-hour energy expenditure by 5%. These studies look primarily at the impact of caffeine on resting metabolism. And as you can see, caffeine has a modest impact, using dosages between 100 and 400 milligrams at a time. Combining caffeine with exercise appears to not only increase energy expenditure, but also fat oxidation and short-term energy intake, or how much we eat. When a moderate dose of caffeine was consumed 90 minutes before and again 30 minutes after an hour of moderate exercise in active healthy volunteers, energy expenditure and fat oxidation were significantly higher during rest as well as during exercise. When offered a meal 2 hours after exercise, fewer calories were consumed compared to exercise without the caffeine. Also, the participants in this study reported that exercise was more enjoyable and less difficult with caffeine. And among sedentary women, a higher dosage of caffeine an hour before moderate exercise increased energy expenditure compared to placebo, and higher dosages significantly increased energy expenditure and free fatty acid release during an hour after moderate exercise compared to caffeine without exercise. So in addition to its impact on energy expenditure, caffeine decreases one's perceived effort and fatigue levels during exercise. That is, it helps make exercise feel less difficult, helping users train longer or more intensely, which you learned about previously in this course. For many people, sticking to an exercise routine is challenging, so this may be important to exercise adherence in the long run. Now, what about the other side of the energy balance equation, food intake? Does caffeine help in that regard? Well, the research is a bit conflicting. One study found that a moderate dose of caffeine in coffee reduced how much overweight or obese participants consumed 3 hours later and the next day compared to water and to a lower dose of caffeine. And another study found that compared to a placebo, 300 milligrams of caffeine given 30 minutes prior to unlimited access to food reduced intake in men, but not women. And other research found no impact of caffeine on energy intake, and long-term research is a little bit lacking at this point. Now, since a tolerance to caffeine develops with continuous use, a cycling strategy may be beneficial to gain the benefits of caffeine. Studies on thermogenic ingredients and their impact on body weight often use caffeine in conjunction with other ingredients like green tea or green tea extracts, capsaicin, bitter orange, and ephedra. Green tea extracts, primarily EGCG, in combination with caffeine, have been shown to increase metabolism, fat oxidation, and modestly boost weight loss and reduced waist circumference by working synergistically with caffeine on stimulating the sympathetic nervous system. One study demonstrated that 125 milligrams of green tea extract with 50 milligrams of caffeine taken with 3 meals during the day increased energy expenditure 4%, whereas caffeine by itself did not have an impact. An analysis of 6 studies using similar doses of green tea extract, which were between 244 and 282 milligrams a day, and different doses of caffeine ranging from 150 to 600 milligrams a day, revealed that 24-hour energy expenditure is greater with products which contain both ingredients. Other studies show that green tea extracts alone do not appear to have the same impact than when combined with caffeine. Now, there are side effects associated with green tea extracts, including nausea, stomach upset, and increased blood pressure, but they appear to be more common in higher dosages. One study using a high dose of green tea extracts, 714 milligrams a day, for 3 weeks versus a placebo showed that they did not cause liver damage in healthy men. There have been case reports of green tea extracts causing liver damage, prompting a comprehensive review by the United States Pharmacopoeia on the safety of green tea extracts. The Dietary Supplement Expert Committee concluded the following: when dietary supplement products containing green tea extracts are used and formulated appropriately, the committee is unaware of significant safety issues that would prohibit monograph development, provided a caution statement is included in the labeling section. This underscores the importance of using only a practitioner product. That is, properly manufactured products with evidence-based formulas which are third-party tested for contaminants and preferably tied to an evidence-based nutrition program. Capsaicin and capsaicinoids are compounds found in chili peppers, such as cayenne, and have been reported to be a natural weight management aid due to their ability to stimulate the sympathetic nervous system and the release of catecholamines, which increase metabolism. They've also been shown to activate brown adipose tissue and raise body temperature. In fact, you may have experienced a little heat yourself from eating chili peppers or some hot sauce. Now, the studies show that these naturally occurring ingredients slightly increase resting energy expenditure, decrease appetite and energy intake, and enhance fat oxidation, or the burning of body fat for energy. A review of 20 studies of the effect of capsaicin and capsaicinoids on body weight concluded that regular consumption increases daily energy expenditure by 50 calories and reduces abdominal fat, potentially leading to significant weight loss after 1 to 2 years of continuous use. A review of 8 studies of the impact of capsaicinoids on energy intake found that a minimum dose of 2 milligrams consumed prior to meals reduces intake by 74 calories. During dieting and calorie restriction, capsaicin consumed with meals reduced the desire to eat in males and females and increased satiety, or the feeling of fullness, during energy balance, which might be important for weight gain prevention. Capsaicin and capsaicinoids therefore appear to impact both sides of the energy balance equation and are considered safe when used in the amounts study. Now, the stimulants epinephrine, the active ingredient extracted from bitter Seville oranges, and ephedrine, derived from a native Chinese plant, or also referred to as mahuang, have also been used in fat burner type supplements, often in combination with caffeine or other ingredients. Ephedra was banned as an ingredient in dietary supplements in 2004 by the FDA due to safety concerns, so be sure to avoid those. Synephrine is often marketed as an ephedra-free fat loss aid due to its effect on energy expenditure, appetite, and resting metabolism. The research related to synephrine, referred to as bitter orange extract, and its active ingredient is complex. For one, many of the studies administered bitter orange extract with caffeine and other ingredients. Researchers reported increases in blood pressure and heart rate after 1 dose of bitter orange compared to a placebo, whereas 2 double-blind placebo-controlled trials with healthy subjects taking 49 milligrams of epinephrine twice a day, alone or in combination with other herbs for 2 months, observed no significant changes in heart rate, blood pressure, or blood chemistry. A 50 milligram dose of epinephrine increased resting metabolism by 65 calories in 10 healthy subjects compared to placebo, with no adverse effects on mood, heart rate, or blood pressure. The authors of one review of over 20 human clinical studies on epinephrine intake, ranging from 10 to 53 milligrams a day with or without other ingredients for up to 12 weeks, revealed modest weight loss, no significant changes in heart rate, blood pressure, and other health indicators. The consensus seems to be that additional studies, which are longer in duration, are needed to further evaluate safety and efficacy. Okay, let's shift gears for a second. Although not a fat burner, since it doesn't stimulate the nervous system or increase metabolism, is an ingredient extracted from white kidney beans, Phaseolus vulgaris. It's often referred to as a starch or carbohydrate blocker because it inhibits the enzyme alpha amylase, which breaks down starches, thereby preventing their absorption and contributing to a calorie deficit. In a well-designed 30-day study with 60 overweight adults following a calorie-controlled diet, one group took 445 milligrams of Phaseolus vulgaris prior to a carbohydrate-rich meal, and the other group took a placebo. Weight loss was significantly greater in the group taking the supplement, 6.4 pounds in 30 days compared to 0.7 pounds in the placebo group. The authors of a review of clinical studies using the proprietary product Phase 2 concluded it decreases carbohydrate absorption and promotes weight loss when consumed with carbohydrate-containing meals. The safety and efficacy of 1,000 milligrams of Phase 2 or placebo taken 3 times a day before meals was studied for 36 weeks. The Phase 2 group lost a mean of 6.4 pounds, whereas the placebo group lost 2 pounds. And there were no adverse effects reported. So, based on the current evidence, Phaseolus vulgaris extract appears to be a safe and effective weight loss aid when dosages of approximately 445 milligrams to 1,000 milligrams are consumed before meals, high in carbohydrates, for a total daily dose of 3,000 milligrams. There are other ingredients out there that are marketed for weight loss, including raspberry ketones, green coffee beans, and detox drinks. And at present, there just isn't enough evidence to support the use of these. So, what can you do with all this information? First off, it's important to consider the safety of these ingredients. Certain people should avoid stimulants altogether. Women who are pregnant or lactating, the youth population, and people with heart conditions, thyroid disease, high blood pressure, anxiety, and ulcers. Caffeine and other stimulants can also interact with certain medications, so always consult with their physician or registered dietitian. According to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, caffeine intake up to 400 milligrams a day in healthy adults is not associated with negative side effects. Compared to placebo, single doses greater than 400 milligrams a day resulted in more reported side effects like restlessness, headaches, palpitation, and dizziness. Caffeine toxicity symptoms such as nausea, vomiting, and gastrointestinal issues have been observed with doses over 1,000 milligrams at one time. And because the half-life of caffeine in healthy adults is 5 to 6 hours, insomnia may occur if taken late in the day, so you want to be sure to avoid that. Combining other sources of caffeine, including energy drinks, coffee, and herbal supplements, can exacerbate side effects. So we never recommend combining supplements with caffeine. Despite the widespread notion that caffeine use at normal and recommended intake causes dehydration, this has not been proven in the research. A minor diuretic effect may occur at rest, but does not negatively impact overall fluid balance during exercise. In healthy adults, proper use of caffeine may serve as a safe thermogenic weight control aid. Okay, it's worth mentioning that the most effective supplement strategy for weight loss is the use of meal replacements if you consider protein and shake powders supplements. Numerous studies have evaluated the impact of consuming liquid fortified and protein-rich beverages in place of 1 or 2 daily meals for 3 months and have found that people lose significantly more weight than individuals consuming a reduced calorie diet. And in fact, meal replacements are considered an evidence-based strategy for weight loss as well as maintenance. Think about it. Making a protein-rich shake with your favorite fruits or veggies is an easy and convenient way to pack in nutrients and control the calories. So with that said, using supplements by themselves is not a good weight loss strategy. Most of your clients' results will come from a sound nutrition and exercise plan tailored to their body, preferences, goals, and lifestyle. Properly formulated supplements used strategically can help your clients burn a bit more calories throughout the day, possibly help control their appetite, and make it easier to stick to their workout routine. Remember, all supplements are not created equally, and the FDA does not approve them or test them for safety or effectiveness. Be sure to use a product line that has proven and documented formulas along with third-party or independent testing, otherwise known as practitioner products. Knowing which ingredients have been shown to be effective in the research, the criteria for selecting safe and properly manufactured products, and proper usage is key to becoming a complete fitness professional and trusted resource. Your clients will be able to gain the benefits of dietary supplements while avoiding underformulated, ineffective, and contaminated products.